I'll talk briefly about how I put this oil pan back on. I did it by myself because I didn't have anyone available to help me. I was holding it with my left hand and putting the bolts in with my right hand. My left arm actually got very, very fatigued. It was very uncomfortable. There's not a lot of room here, and you're holding it in a very awkward space. My left arm was already extremely tired from something the night before, so that didn't help. And so basically, I was holding it with my left hand, and I was putting the bolts in with my right hand. Now, you can see on this side, there's 1, 2, and then a third 10-millimeter bolt underneath this bracket over here. I think I put that 10-millimeter bolt first, and then I put in these two. I'm not sure if maybe it was this one, then this one, or this one, then this one, but these three went in first. That was easiest for me. Ideally, if someone was holding it for me, maybe I would have done it 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how necessary that is. For torquing, you do want to do it in a specific order, which I'll show you afterwards. But for just putting the oil pan on, I was in survival mode. I had my left arm really tired, and I was trying to put it on. You're holding it for quite a lot longer than you'd want to, because it takes maybe 2 or 3 tries before you can actually get the bolts in, and you've got to line it perfectly first. So anyway, I did that. Ideally, maybe if someone was holding this for me, I would have got these 2 bolts in, these 2 17-millimeter bolts. Because I don't know why, but this one can't go in. Maybe it's stripped or something. This one was really hard to get in. I felt like I was ratcheting it, tightening it with the middle-sized ratchet forever. And, there's it's not perfectly flush here. It's not perfectly flush. There is a bit of an alignment issue maybe. So it's hard to imagine that there would be an alignment issue when everything else is bolted in perfectly. But that just seems, for some reason, that doesn't go in. And so you might want to put those ones in if someone's carrying it for you. Anyway, this is what I did. I put this bracket on and this bracket on. These ones, these are actually harder to put on by yourself than it looks, because you've got to get these things aligned perfectly. I was not even using the right size bolts the first time. So there's 3 different sizes of 10-millimeter bolts that we've removed here. These ones were the longest ones, the ones attaching to the oil pan directly. These ones were the smallest ones. So there's 1, 2, 3 of them for this cover over here, and there's 4 of them for this bracket over here. So 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one is on the side over here. And there's 14 10-millimeter bolts. So these ones are the medium-sized 10-millimeter bolts. These ones are the small ones. These ones are the long ones, and there's 14 of these. I next put this bracket on. This is, again, something that was a bit hard to do when you're holding it with the left hand and trying to align everything perfectly. It doesn't go in so perfectly at first. If you have someone holding it for you, that would be nice. This part was really hard as well, because you've really got to hold it with a lot of force and keep it in position in order to get that perfectly aligned. Now, putting these bolts in, once everything was aligned, it wasn't too hard to put these. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 17-millimeter bolts. Those were all easy to put in, except for this one was a little bit harder. That 14-millimeter one wasn't too hard to put in. For that 17-millimeter bolt over here, I would suggest to maybe put that one in earlier in the process, maybe when it's still possible to move the oil pan back and forth. Once everything's bolted in, then it's quite sturdy there. But when you haven't put everything else in, this oil pan actually can move the entire thing. The entire oil pan and transmission will move this way and that way while still bolted in. It's still bolted into there, but without all these brackets, without this bracket completely in, you'll be able to actually move this back and forth, and that might be able to help, because this bar is going to be in your way. I was using the middle-sized ratchet. Let me see if I have it so that I can show you what I did. So the 17 millimeter socket, it fits there right now, but when the bolt is all the way out here and you're first putting it in, so it fits there right now, but when it's all the way out here, your ratchet might be, uh, this bar might be in the way. So for me, I pushed this up. I don't necessarily recommend that you did that. This is broken in my case anyway. I have to replace it probably. So I didn't mind if I was damaging this. This is a parts car. But for your car, you might want to put it in there earlier when you can still move this back and forth. I was able to do it when I actually moved that bar. The ratchet just fit in there perfectly. Then next, there's this bracket to put on. I would put that on. That one I put on from the top, I think. So that's a separate video I'll show you. That's pretty much everything I wanted to say.